Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Aya and thanks for tuning in for my tutorial. So instead of stating some of the obvious, I'm just going to explain myself a little bit. First off, I'm using my Colourpop brow pencil. Guys, this pencil is $5 and ever since I bought it, I love it. Now I'm just using my concealer to carve out under my brow, and also I'm going to use the same concealer and apply it all over my eyelid. This will cancel out my hyperpigmentation and also give me a nice even surface to apply my eyeshadows on top of. I'm blending it out with my beauty blender, and then I didn't show this part, but I also used Sacha Buttercup just to set the concealer so that way all my eyeshadows have a nice even surface to stay on. Now I'm going to go into my Morphe 3502 palette and use the color Spice and gradually build it up to the intensity that I need it to be. The way I like to apply my transition colors is I go from light to dark. So to further explain myself, basically Spice is a lighter color than Brick. So I'm going to use Brick to brighten up the orangeness that Spice already gave me. And then I'm going to go in with the color In the Zone to give me more definition in my crease area. And for everything to look properly blended, I recommend gradually building everything up and blending out as you go. Also, with no added product, I went back in with my R40 brush and blended between the two colors. Now I'm using my M.A.C paint pot to cut my crease. You can also actually use concealer for this step. I just chose to use my paint pot because I haven't reached for it in a while. When you do this though, just make sure you're applying a nice even layer. So now I'm going in with Pure and applying that onto the blank space that I just created. I felt like for this step, it was very important for me to pat and press the eyeshadow onto the area because this eyeshadow was kind of like a foiled eyeshadow, meaning basically I felt like it would pop out more and also stay in place if I pressed the eyeshadow onto the blank area. Now it's time for the fun part. This look was not going to be anything. It wasn't going to be complete without some glitter. So I'm placing a glitter liner between my transition color and the last color I just applied. But I wasn't satisfied with the glitter liner, so to make it pop, I added a violet Voss glitter on top. I felt like it looked a little incomplete if I left it that way, so I'm going back in with the color In the Zone and applying it towards the outer V of my eyelid and onto where the two eyeshadow colors meet. I hope you guys are still with me. So now with the black eyeshadow, a little goes a very long way. I'm applying this black towards the outer V of my eye, and as you can see, I'm working it into small sections. So I only need it to be in a specific area. So I'm just going to take my time, make sure, I'm blending it out. There's no harsh lines, and you'll see why shortly. And I'm also going back in with my R40 brush and blending between the two colors. Please don't hate me, guys. The eyeliner that I'm using has been discontinued, but you can use N.Y.X or Wet n Wild black liners. Both are actually great. Taking the last brush that I just used, I'm going back in with a little bit more black eyeshadow just to blend between the eyeliner and the eyeshadow. Since both of them are black, this is just going to make it look like, my eyeliner is actually going into the black area where the eyeshadow is at. For foundation, I'm using my M.A.C Studio Fix, applying it with my brush and then blending it out with my damp beauty blender. This is my go-to foundation, guys. I don't have to color correct when I use it. However, it is a little heavy on the face, but it's also full coverage, so I honestly don't mind. So I'm using a combination of Cool Tan and Medium Beige and applying it to my chin, cupid bow, my nose, under my eyes, and then also notice I didn't conceal the top of my eyebrows earlier, so I like to do that after I apply my foundation because I used to notice that once I did it before and I guess the concealer dried and I applied my foundation on top of it, I felt like I would still see my concealer, like my concealer was still showing through the foundation. So I just thought it was better to sit the concealer on top of the foundation. Now, this is where you kind of make or break your look. You have to take your time blending out your concealer. I've been doing this long enough so I know like how much pressure to apply when I'm doing this step. But please guys, take your time blending out your concealer, girl. It's really important. You don't want that flashback. You don't want to look crazy. You don't want anything to look out of place. So just make sure you take your time. So pretty soon I'm about to start looking extra wide and probably a little crusty, but that's because my camera started focusing on the white mirror that I was holding in my hand. So I apologize about that, but you'll see at the end. So I'm pressing the Sacha Buttercup into the areas that I highlighted, and then I'm using this Real Techniques brush just to smoke out the bottom of my eyes so the eye area can stand out a little more. So when you're applying your contour, you want to make sure you're blending it upwards. That way your cheeks will look snatched. That's how you get that snatched effect. And now I'm using a clean brush and just brushing away the Sacha Buttercup. I really don't bake for long. I bake for like 5 minutes and call it a day. The rest is pretty self-explanatory, so I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. If you have any questions or feedback for me, please do not hesitate to leave it in the comments down below. I really enjoyed making this video for you guys. It's my first video and there's definitely going to be more to come. So hit that subscribe button, stay tuned, like, comment, show some love, and I'm going to insert my social media handles so you guys can stay connected with me. Thanks for watching, guys.